The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Wonders they say shall never cease to happen. An official press release issued by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Burkina Faso. It confirms a massive clash that took place on June 30, 2026. This was not a minor skirmish. It was a large-scale military engagement in the East region, specifically targeting positions in Kairari as well as areas like Solhan and Sabah in the Yaga province. Look at the sheer numbers listed in the next. The attacking force consisted of 400 Tigros. They arrived riding more than 250 motorcycles and carrying 353 weapons of various calibers. When you have 400 fighters moving on 250 bikes, it means almost every single motorcycle is carrying 2 men. A driver navigating the rough terrain and a shooter on the back ready to open fire. This is a highly mobile, aggressive combat tactic designed to strike fast, create instant panic, and overwhelm local defenses before reinforcements can arrive. The most critical part of this entire situation is the timing. The military communique explicitly notes that these complex, coordinated attacks took place immediately following the termination and severing of diplomatic relations between Burkina Faso and France. This timing is a massive red flag for any serious news analyst. An operation involving 400 fighters, hundreds of vehicles, and arsenal of over 300 equipment cannot be organized overnight. It requires weeks of logistics, planning, fuel storage, and strategic coordination. Yet, the trap was sprung the exact day after Burkina Faso broke away from its former colonial power. The message from the ground is very clear. This was a calculated, externally guided attempt to punish the nation for its political choices. The attackers wanted to prove that without foreign military presence, the state would fall. They came to Gaïri to execute a massacre and send a warning to the leadership in the capital. When this massive wave of motorcycles hit the positions in Gaïri, they expected to find a weak, disorganized target. Instead, they ran into a wall of absolute resistance. The defense was a combined effort. On one side were the FDS, the regular defense and security forces, who have been holding the line for years. Standing right next to them were the VDP, the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland. These are regular citizens, local farmers, youth, and shopkeepers who stepped up, took up arms, and refused to abandon their land. The battle was brutal, close quarters combat fought in intense heat and heavy dust. According to the communique, the response from the air and ground forces was immediate and vigorous. The fighting forces did not just hold the line, they completely surrounded and neutralized the threat. The text says that the 400 attackers were wiped out, their equipment were seized, and their motorcycles were destroyed. While the military achieved a massive victory, the report records the heavy price paid for this defense. 3 heroes from the combat forces fell in battle, 2 in Solhan and 1 in Gayire. Several others were wounded. This reality exposes the true nature of what is happening right now. Independence and sovereignty are not just political slogans or paper signs in office buildings. On the ground, it is a daily, bloody struggle where regular citizens and soldiers are paying with their lives to keep their country whole. The outcome of the battle at Gayari sends an undeniable warning to any armed group or foreign power trying to destabilize the region. The people of Burkina Faso have made their choice, and anyone trying to force them backwards will face total destruction on the front line. There is no turning back. That is the slogan of the Burkinabe people or the Sahelian people. And why we continue to allow ourselves to be used in this modern world is another question we keep asking the African. And when we will be ready to fight, defend, and protect our motherland. Others are trying to keep us in perpetual bondage so they can continue to live a better life. But the African continue to do the bid of the same people who are making sure we continue to be in poverty. May all the fallen soldiers and the people that we lost during the battle rest in peace. They are not bent on allowing the African to be because they survive on the African. They have no plan B. Africa has always been the plan they have in order to survive. And the leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are showing them the way and cutting ties with them completely. The time has come that we continue to love, support, and move in the direction that will give us the total liberation that we are looking for. So before any of us think of those in the democratic elected as leaders who are fighting for the African liberation in speech, we need to wake up. Until you see them doing what they are doing in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, in any country, it means you are obedient. Like the Sierra Leone First Lady said, the moment you start to do the right thing, the big boss will arise. They'll put your country into chaos and you will never have peace to govern yourself. But with all these things they are doing, our leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have always defeated the plot. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.